I know I've been gone for about a week and a half. I've been traveling so much with work. And then I'm going to be gone the rest of the week, which is why I'm posting this video earlier. So my apologies in advance. So because it's been so crazy, I just figured today's video would be about things you can do to enrich your life, might make you a better person, might make you feel better. It's just good tidbits I have. I don't know, little advice tidbit. So I read this somewhere the other day, and I think it's a great tidbit. Spend more time with people over 70 and under 6. I worked in the medical field for quite some time, and a lot of the work I did was with hospice patients. And for the most part, they are over the age of 70. And you get a lot of perspective, which I think both these age ranges offer. That if you don't have grandparents that are still around or anyone in your life over the age of 70, they have a lot of life experiences and just perspective that I think everyone can appreciate and gain more insight into their own life and their own future and hopefully make them a better person. As far as people under 6, so kiddos, I'm not a kid person. I've said that for a while. I've never been around kids. I don't want kids of my own at any point in time. And so I've just never had the desire or reason to be around kids. Having said that, I'm now 26, about to be 27. And although not a lot of my friends have kids, my boyfriend's friends have kids a lot. A lot of kids. No, just multiple friend groups have kids. So I'm around kids a lot more. And I've realized that it's easy to be on their level. They are very difficult sometimes. And I have been lucky enough to be only around, I hate to say around well-behaved kids, but some kids just aren't well-behaved. And, I mean, whatever can cause that is whatever it is. But I think they can offer you, they bring out, your creativity and easiness. Just show you how easy it is to exist. You feed them. You make sure they can use the bathroom, depending on their age range. And watching kids learn things is hilarious and highly entertaining. And it just brings you back to your childhood, somewhat, maybe, hopefully. And, yeah, all about the perspective. I think that's a great idea. So another thing, because I have worked in the medical field, I take for granted basic life-saving skills. Okay, so I'm talking about CPR, how to use an EpiPen, how to use an inhaler. I don't know why I just assumed almost everybody knew how to do this stuff, but it is so easy to just, now, before I say this, I strongly suggest you take a class. Hospitals offer classes, at least on CPR. It is so relatively easy to learn. It just takes an afternoon, maybe 2 hours, maybe. And it's something that, although the procedures change throughout the years, if you know one of the procedures, then you're good for life. I mean, I suggest keeping up with the times, but hey, that's better than nothing. Otherwise, Google it. Especially an EpiPen or inhaler. Basic stuff that could save anybody's life. A stranger's or a child's or your family member, because people with asthma, or, well, usually with asthma, they kind of know they have it, but an allergic reaction or anything can happen and anybody can need CPR. So it's just good to know. Can help you out in life, can help someone else out. It's just crazy. And also, if you have pets, there's such thing as doggy CPR, cat CPR, rabbit CPR. Just an idea. I learned doggy CPR because I love my baby. And if I can save her, I'm going to know how. When I watch myself talk, I realize my eyebrows. When I get really involved in something, my eyebrows shoot way up and I'm like very intense. And then other times I'm like, just yada yada. And they're normal. This is how I normally talk. Face to face. I don't know why. Whatever. Another life lesson I have for you today is to learn to roll with the punches. And I'm being a little bit of a hypocrite because in my day-to-day life, I'm a list person. I have a list for everything I want to get accomplished. I want to get done for the week, whether it's with work or things around the house or planning trips. I want to know. I want to be in control. I need to deal with stuff like that. That's just, it makes me more sane. Having said that, I love to travel, and I travel relatively often. And because I have traveled, and there's so many factors when you travel, especially if it's long distance, or long distance being like international, or if you fly anywhere. Airlines nowadays, in the past 10 years, the delays and the issues that airlines are having nowadays, you have to be able to roll with the punches. Otherwise, it'll ruin your entire trip. And I get it. It stresses you out. And trust me, been there, done that, had to deal with it once or twice. But you have to just prepare, kind of like they say, always pack an extra pair of clothes in your carry-on in case something happens to your check bag. Do it. It'll make your life so much easier. Expect that you will get your check bag. Chances are high that you will get your check bag. But chances are also relatively good. I don't know why I keep saying relatively, but that they will lose your bag. So something to keep in mind. Roll with the punches, but your life will be easier. Your friends' lives will be easier. You just have to, keep a level head, plan, figure it out, and go with it. Just like life. You just have to roll with it. I am a lover of books. I love to read. I have so many books, and maybe a fourth of them I haven't read yet, but I know a lot of people who don't like to read. It's usually it can't keep your attention, which to me means you're reading the wrong materials. If you're interested, if you love to work out, there's so many books on working out, and not like how to do it, but inspirational stories of people who, for whatever reason, thought they couldn't work out, or they physically couldn't, and they found a way. Or you're into motorcycles. I mean, there's something out there for everybody. And it doesn't even have to be like a novel. It can be a short story or a newspaper article. But this not only teaches you about someone else's story, but it removes you from the situation you're in. Sometimes it could be a stressful one or whatever. And it's all about perspective, like I was talking about earlier. You can gain so much and broaden your horizons just by reading someone else's life story or seeing it through someone else's eyes. Ken Follett is one of my favorite authors, and part of the reason that he is so is because he writes a lot of his books from different perspectives. So you get books on world wars, okay, and you get to see Germany's perspective, Russia's perspective, Italy, the United States, England, all these different characters and how they interact. Sometimes they come together, sometimes it's all separated. But it gives you a newfound respect for people that you don't know their situations, and you never do. So it tries, at least in my life, it's affected me to where, although when I have my own situation, I have an argument with a girlfriend, as much as I see it from my perspective and see how I think I'm in the right, I do my darndest to look at it from her perspective. All right, so what did I do that she could have misinterpreted? Where could the issues have arisen from? Part of the problem with that may seem like you're being naive, or you're gullible, or because you always want to see the best in people or try to understand it from someone else's perspective. But I'd rather do that and be that than to judge someone harshly or not be able to understand other people's perspective and always view myself as being right, or understanding everything, because that's just ridiculous. No one's like that. I digress, but it's just a great idea to read and become more knowledgeable and to share others' perspectives. Should have labeled this video perspective, because apparently that's mostly what I'm going to talk about. What I've been talking about anyways. Coming in for a close-up on my closeout. It's a little later in the day, so I haven't been drinking coffee, and I will show you my new mug next week. But check it out. I actually did my makeup today. Okay. As always, thanks for hanging out, and time to get stuff done. Bye, guys.